Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to Dark Nights. Last time our character was an idiot and decided to explore the forest at night, after being attacked by zombies. At night. God damn it. As I walked through the forest, I noticed there are no investigators around. I did not expect them to go home this early. At least there's no one to stop me from looking around. The Zygoon pops up in my mind. He is like the forest guardian. He would notice right away if anyone entered the forest. Maybe he even knows I'm here right now. He won't be happy to see me. But if there is even the slightest chance to see Ikuya, I have to ask him. Oh, it's getting dark. The sudden echoes of gunshots in the distance draws my attention, so I head in that direction. Why am I Following south through the dark trees led me to the old temple. Jane! Jane walks backward through the field, raising his gun at the temple like a warning. I cannot see very well from where I am, but I recognize Zygoon's figure standing by the entrance. They seem to be watching each other. When Jane reaches the edge of the field, he puts down a body, which had been carrying over his shoulder against a tree. That's Ikuya! As Jane is close to the temple, I go straight for her. My wound starts to bleeding. Her skin looks a bit dehydrated, but her clothes are clean. Thank goodness she does not look hurt. Making a long pause between the breaths, she must be asleep. Fred is relieved. It was too early to cheer. Her gunshots again. I turn around and my jaw drops at what I see. Out of the field in front of the temple, Chain wields dual guns. He fires without a pause, but struggles to follow Zygoon's incredible speed. Zygoon uses the temple's monuments as cover, edging closer and closer until he leaps upward in a sudden attack. Arrows appear above his palms as he extends his arms. They emit a faint glow at first, then light up in flames as he launches them into the air. Chain crosses his arms over his head, using them as a shield. Some arrows strike his guns and simply bounce off, some zap him, and this pierces right through his clothes, leaving behind blood-stained tears. No! They seem equally matched, each strike made with ruthless precision. The speed of their battle is so dizzy I can barely follow it. This rate someone will die. I try shouting at them, but they don't seem to hear me. I have to stop them somehow. I feel like I'm jumping into a car crash, but I cannot think of anything else. I'm going to... I like Chain more. I'll take him back. When I get the chance, I dash forward and wrap my arms around Zygoon. His arrows stop in midair and disappear in a flash. What are you doing? Stopping you from fighting. The shot interrupts the silence as Zygoon jerks away to dodge, pulling me with him. I was instinctively clinging on tighter to him. With more bullets, Zygoon continues to move. Running across the field, I see he throws more arrows in Chain's direction. Everything zips by in a blur, and the cold air stings my face. I feel like I might be flung into the distance if I let go. So high and fast. If you don't let go, you'll get hurt. If I let go, physics will hurl me away, which might be worse, so no thanks. Anyway, please stop this pointless fight. I don't want to see you hurt either. Zygoon stiffens and slows down after hearing this. Then he twists around and holds me tightly. I don't understand why until I hear another shot. He groans and grits his teeth, his nails piercing into my skin. He just uses himself as a shield to cover me. Why are you on the demon's side? I should have chose Chain! No! Wait, is he referring to Zygoon? Chain approaches us, his dual guns raised at us. Tried to tug Zygoon away, but then he mercilessly shoots a few more times at Zygoon's leg. Zygoon staggers back, and I put my arm around him so he does not fall. Turn back to Chain, who just coldly stares at us. Chain, what the hell? Now I can't escape anymore. Let's wrap this up. He really doesn't care who gets killed in his personal crusade. He holsters one of his guns, and let her pull out a golden knife from under his jacket. There's murder in his eyes, and for some reason, he looks in my direction. Can't tell what he's up to. Chain. Without hesitation, he throws the sharp knife at me. Hit fighter as my arms cover my head. Takes a few seconds, and then I missed the last part of that because I was busy. to realize I did not get hit. That's very low. When I look up, I see Zycoon has moved in front of me. He holds a knife in his bare hands, blood seeping through his fingers. I knew he would catch it for her. Well, it was a decoy. A decoy? I noticed several knives sticking out of Zycoon's leg. Dark liquid oozes out, staining his clothes. It is horrific to look at. Zycoon simply pulls the knives out and throws them away. He turns his head just enough to glare at me. He speaks in a stern voice. "You better leave now. If you run with me, please don't continue this fight." Zycoon thinks about it. Let's flick at the chain for a second. Finally, he lowers his arms and steps back. As promised, I released him and look around, wondering where to go. Just suddenly pulls out his guns and fires. Not a small scream as I watched Zycoon fall to the ground before me. A pool of dark liquid forms underneath his feet. For a moment, I thought he was dead, but he's still moving. He takes his time to reload his guns, and aims for another shot. I stand in front of Zycoon to block him. As on me, he unexpectedly fires at me, and my heart skips a beat. The bullet whizzes past me, missing. It doesn't scare me. I'm determined to protect Zycoon. Why are you trying to kill him? Have you never heard of the Forest Demon? It's obvious. Just look at him. No human could move with wounds like that. His blood is not even red. I don't understand your reason for defending him. So what if he's a demon? Everything written about the demon is negative. His reputation is so bad that I can't find any logical reason to argue with Chain. But I might as well try. Then, I feel something against my back. In the blink of an eye, Zycoon runs past me toward Chain. Don't kill him, please. No, don't kill him! All around him as his appearance has changed. Oh yeah, his ears are different. Two horns on either side of his head, and his eyes glow a faint red in the dark. His crimson hair seems to dance around him, like flames as he moves. It matches the wild look of the arrows that have appeared around him again. His torn clothes match his fierce aura, more stylish than worn. He really is a demon. Chain blocks for some time. The battle starts again. Oh, it's different this time. Zycoon is on the offensive. So his wounded body, he moves even faster than before. I watch in amazement as the arrows fly toward Chain at rapid speed. Which of them connect to the target. It's a miracle that Chain manages to dodge some of them. Zycoon's reckless attacks leave him open to Chain's knife, but nothing seems capable of slowing the demon down. The exchanges are so fast, my eyes cannot follow. Their clothes are dripping with blood, but they don't seem to notice their wounds. Neither of them seem to be winning yet. It isn't long before I notice Zycoon's movements are becoming sluggish. He seems exhausted. For the fight can conclude, Zycoon flees into the trees. Chain stares into the darkness where Zycoon disappeared. I tried to go after him, but he suddenly sinks down to his knees and starts coughing. My legs only move after the detective slips away from the scene. Chain, whose side are you on? I'm on yours. I'm not on any side. I told you to stop. Don't be in the middle of a fight. You're defending that demon. Tear my lungs. Then buzz his blood-stained shirt. See open flesh wounds and blood gushing out. He must be in a lot of pain, but only soft groans leaves his mouth. I'll go to the hospital right now. He pushes my hand away and shakes his head. Too late now. What do you mean too late? It can't be. I can tell him beyond recovery. Damn that demon. How do you trust him? He keeps coughing and I can see blood on his lips. I wish myself from the Chain holds me back. He will not let me do anything. I don't know what else to do. Never mind, this is my end. Don't talk too much. It'll get worse. You have any requests? I do not want to be remembered. Burn or bury this body, whatever. I want to remember you! Fuck! Huh? No. Why does Chain have to keep dying? No! Before I can ask why, Chain slowly closes his eyes as his body goes limp and heavy. I just feel to call his name, but he does not respond. Fingering his pulse reveals that he does not have one anymore. I stay with him for a while, as his face turns pale and his hands get colder. I hope some miracle would happen, but he does not move. Chain is dead. I'm so sad! It's my first time playing in a really long time, and now I'm sad! fuck? I hold his dead body, feeling anxious. What should I do? Call the police? He doesn't want to be remembered. Does that mean I should not tell anyone about this? I can find a clue in his belongings. I do not touch his knives or weapons. I simply leave them on the ground beside him. While going through his pockets, I noticed he had some more injuries than I thought. Shane never left his back exposed, yet his wounds and bruises covered his entire back. The dried blood indicates that they were not recent. They cannot be from his battle with Zygoon. They had found something else before coming here. Find a note hidden inside his inner pocket. To the finder of this body, do not let anyone know. Burn or bury it. He actually prepared for such a moment. Shane, how could you have known? It occurs to me that those undead people might still be around. Shane could have fought them. Has he had to bury or burn the body? Why would he want such a thing? Is he worried about coming back as an undead monster? Shane, I'm so sorry. In the end, I could not bring myself to burn his body. It did not feel right. Besides, I don't have the materials to do it. Starting a fire could also go wrong. I remember where Zygoon stashed the shovels from the other day. I find a good spot behind the temple and start digging. If it takes the entire night, I'll fulfill his request. It feels strange burying someone I know. Even though we were never close, I feel really sad. A few hours later, I placed flowers on his grave and whispered goodbye. Thank you for protecting me when you did. I hope you rest in peace here. Ikuya is still unconscious. I feel bad for leaving her alone for so long. So much has happened that I cannot begin to process it all. Carrying her on my back, I go back to the village and bring her home. Next day, I report her status to the police via phone. Where did you find the girl? Just on the street last night. I don't know what happened to her. She still hasn't woken up. I see. I'll give her a call soon and ask about the details. Thank you for telling us. Hey, you live in the Howdy neighborhood, right? Yes. Have you seen Shane around? There's one of the guards there and we haven't heard from him. Fucking stop! No. After 3 lonely days. I'm so sad! I need a chain route. That's what I need. I need oops all chain. Because I'm so tired of seeing him die. It makes me so sad. On my way to the lockers, I see a large crowd surrounding someone. As I get closer, I realize it is Ikuya. She looks overwhelmed. He got kidnapped. Did you see his face? How did they abduct you? Can't believe us students are being targeted. I believe it. How do you even manage to escape? Jeez, give her a break. I slowly push my way through the crowd and take Ikuya's hand, pulling her away. Whoa! I stopped as we get some distance, and I turn to look at Ikuya properly. How are you feeling today? Actually, you should be resting. I have so many things to tell you. Must hear this. Now? You realize I just pulled you away so you wouldn't be pressured to talk about it so soon. What do you want to hear? I got kidnapped for a few days and returned unscathed. Isn't that unbelievable? It looked like you took a vacation. Richard and I were so worried about you. We searched everywhere we could think of, and then some. What happened to you? Let me think. It happened in the evening when I was on my way to Lyoji's place. I met this boy and talked with him for a while. He was asking directions for some kind of haunted house. I'm not really sure. Everything went black after we departed, and next thing I remember, I was being carried on the back of a crimson-haired man. He was really handsome, but with the way he was so rough with me, you would think I was like potatoes or something. Sounds just like Zygoon. What did he do to you? Oh, he didn't do anything. Oh, he didn't have any bad intentions, I think. He brought me to a temple and told me I'd be safe from danger there. Not knowing how to reply to that, I only nod as I listen. I don't know how much time passed, because it was so dark inside, but then a creepy man with gas mask burst through the doors and tried to take me with him. My memories are so fuzzy when I try to remember. It feels like there's something missing. It's okay, you probably needed more rest. Thanks for telling me. Alright, the crimson-haired man was really nice. He even gave me fruit. The gift from her story was that someone kidnapped her, but Zygoon came to her rescue and kept her safe in the forest temple in case for a second attack. Chen must have caught wind that Ikuya was being in the temple and misunderstood the situation, resulting in their fight. Oh, no! Chen was being a good boy! No! He was being a good boy! Baguette tells me it was Keiji who took Ikuya, but I consider the possibility that someone else could be after her. Whoever it was, they might try again now that Ikuya is back. I cannot rely on Chain anymore. I'm so fucking sad. So I have to protect her myself. Maybe we stay at my place. We could have some fun together, and I can keep an eye on you in case something happens. Pfft. I don't need protecting, but sure, I'll go anyway. I'm slightly offended at the first part of the sentence. He'd make a good bodyguard. If anyone was a good bodyguard, it would be me. Oh, Leo! Are you going too? Great! We could have a sleepover. Wait, what? It's just so long since we've been to Games' house, hasn't it? Iku, you can't just... Wait, I'm still lost. What's this about a sleepover? Ikuya smiles brightly and loops her arms through mine and Ryoji's, pulling us close. In truth, I doubt Ikuya really feels fine about the situation, so the sleepover would be a good distraction for her. Besides, it really has been a while since the three of us hung out together outside his class. We planned the sleepover for tomorrow because Ryoji has job-related duties today. What is a CG? That looks like the most uncomfortable position. After I enter my room, I drop myself onto bed. I feel tired after what happened last night. But staring out at the backyard, I remember the last time it rained this heavily. I half expect Zyklon to knock on my door again. I wonder how Zyklon is doing. I thought he suffered quite a few injuries. I go to the forest, but knowing him, he would tell me to get lost. I had too many things on my mind. I shook my head, feeling weary, and draw the curtains. The next day. I get ready for the sleepover after class. The guest room is already prepared for Ryoji, and I haul an extra mattress into my room for Ikuya. It takes long before the first person arrives. After opening the door for Ikuya, she gazes around the living room with narrowed eyes. The place looks smaller than I remember. You're the one who got bigger. I'm sure flies fast. Hehe. Ikuya drops her buffle bag close to the table and takes a seat. Go to the kitchen to grab something to drink. Ooh, fuck! That... God damn it, Ryoji! Suddenly, Ryoji pops up behind Ikuya and grabs her shoulders, causing her to jump. Boo! Ikuya twists around to glare at him. I just got traumatized for attempted kidnapping. Do you really have to? So I should always stay on guard. I was right behind you, but you didn't turn around when I called your name. Ryoji moves to the couch. He trips over Ikuya's bag and stumbles away. Ah, thanks, Karma. We're in the living room, seeing my friends banter. You're here early, Ryoji. I thought your after-school activities didn't end until later. They don't, but I told them I had more important things to do. I was scaring the life out of your friend. I'm glad we're your first priority. By the way, I requested a guard for Ikuya, but it seems the police are lacking in staff. Apparently, they can't get in contact with one of their investigators, so they're scrambling for his replacement. So I volunteered myself, and no one is opposed to it. Ryoji glances at Ikuya with a chuckle. I think I'm doing a great job so far. You didn't even notice me. Something shifts in Ikuya's eyes, and I know she's thinking about the past few days. I don't think anything is going to happen so soon. So you don't have to be scared anymore, Ikuya. With you two around, there's no reason for me to be scared. She smiles innocently and pokes us playfully. Ryoji and Ikuya leave their bags upstairs, and we sit in the living room, chatting about the things we have recently been into. The three of us don't get to see each other very often after school. On top of his class president and club duties, Ryoji frequently helps out his dad with the police office. Meanwhile, Ikuya is taking care of her older brother, who is easily prone to sickness. I have such busy lives compared to my own dull routine. It feels like time has been moving for everyone except me. What about you? What have you been doing? I look up and blink at him. Nothing much. I've just been at home. It's so boring. Why don't you join a club? Fucking trigger finger. You're welcome for any of mine. We're always looking for new members. None of them really catch my interest. I make new friends. I'm already happy with you two. How about a boyfriend? Ooh! Actually, I haven't heard anything about your love life. The boyfriend question makes my cheeks flush red. Ooh, unless you already have one. Ikuya gives me a mischievous smile. Turning to Ryoji for help, but he seems curious as well. Ooh, is Ryoji not allowed to hear? What? Or could it be? Ryoji himself is involved. Ikuya wistfully sighs. Look at me and Ryoji like she is looking at a car crash. Hopeless destiny of love between childhood friends. She shook my head and sigh. Ikuya will not let this go until she is satisfied, so I decided to make something up. He's someone I like, but he is very reserved, so I don't often get to speak with him. So you want to spice up the relationship, huh? Relationship? We're just acquaintances. This is the first time I've heard you talk about someone like that. He must be pretty special. Ryoji, you're a relationship expert. Give her some advice. Ryoji ain't got shit. You must be joking. I've never been in a relationship before. You know that I'm horrible at this kind of stuff. Well, let's say you're in a situation where someone likes you. What would you like them to do? He stretches his head, blushing a little. Both Ikuya and I look at him attentively. I'm not expecting the conversation to turn out this way. But now that we're at it, I would like to be straightforward to avoid confusion. In other words, you would have to tell me in person. That approach might be too direct. It isn't as simple as that. How would someone know if you don't say it directly? Be yourself random and act natural. It's better when the person you like is a good friend at the same time. Gentlemen, that's when you get friend-zoned before having a chance. That's not what happens. I don't think my bad habits should be part of my charm. Don't worry. That makes you the cute games we know. We flatter and smile at them. The recent events are getting to me, but talking with my friends cheers me up. I used to think about how my life turned around after meeting Zaikun. We frequently bump into each other, so I consider Zaikun more of an acquaintance than a friend. So then why do I keep worrying about him? Do I actually like him? I don't. I just want to keep him company since he seems alone all the time. I think he's just misunderstood. I want him to know that not everyone thinks of him the same way. I want to see him again. When night falls, I make dinner for Ryoji and Ikuya. I feel like having dessert, but I do not have any at home. Go to the convenience store, I'll be right back. Do I want to go with you? And I can handle it. It isn't that late, and there's not much to buy anyway. A bag full of ice cream and delicious treats, I march back home. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed with their favorite treats. It's the baby boy! When I turn the corner, I bump into something large and furry. I step back, dazed at what stands before me. Huge beast. It looks familiar somehow. There are people passing by, none of them seem to notice it. Could it be that I'm the only one who sees it? The beast glances at me for a second, and dashes away in the opposite direction. What the fuck? It reminds me of the cat creature I met once before, but this one is a lot bigger. I want to chase it again, but change my mind. My friends are waiting for dessert and it's getting dark. I wonder if this is what Zaikun meant for the spirits within the village. Hey, I'm back. Where are they? It's oddly silent. Go upstairs to hear voices from my room. Would you be careful, please? I'm doing my best. Besides, this was your suggestion. It's so difficult. Fine, I'll do it. And they're both heaving sighs. Ow, that's my hair. Whoops. Maybe I should move the drawer for more space. That way I could reach better. There's no more space. Never mind, we're not making any progress. Move aside. Almost a little more. Seriously, what are they doing in there? I enter my room and turn off the switch. I find Ikuya standing in the middle of the room, the Oji on his knees, exhaustion clear on his face. You're finally back. My two friends making weird noises in the dark. This is not what you think it is. Ikuya is acting silly and wanting to put her bunny hair bow on me. I was trying to get it off, but accidentally got stuck behind the door. The glass bumped against the light switch. I told her to find the switch, but she insisted that I get her hair bow first. Talk about troublesome. But everything is fine now. The OG already got it back for me. I shook my head at these two. And after all these years, they still act like children. Don't fumble around in the dark. Could have bumped into something and hurt yourself. Boo. I just wanted my bunny bow back. It's a precious gift from my brother. We head back to the living room and dig into the food I had brought from the store. We chat for a bit longer until we start to feel sleepy. I pull Ikuya to my room. He says to follow us, but I stop him, pointing at the guest room. I'm the only one sleeping in a different room. Now you stare at us while we're changing. What kind of person do you think I am? A closet pervert. Ryoji rolls his eyes, stifling a small smile. But it's not fair that you two are having fun in the other room. It's so lonely. Shut up and be lonely. What the fuck? I push him into the guest room and close the door. Aw, poor Ryoji. He had no choice. My room can't fit 3 people. I'm sure he understands. I was thinking back to elementary school sleepovers we had. We should do this more often. It's fun. I agree. With Ikuya beside me, I do not have to worry about her. Shortly after I fall asleep with a smile. Hearing a noise suddenly wakes me up, and my eyes are on my face. Fucking No! No, no, no! Get away! I don't want it! I'm fucking mad. My blurry vision clears up. I see someone bent over me with a wide grin. Keiichi! He has my mouth with his hand before I can scream. Move my face closer. He whispers. I was expecting you to wake up. It's interesting how easily you pick up my presence compared to everyone else. Fuck! Thank you for bringing me the other cursed soul. It saved me the trouble searching for her. Again. I sluggish his grip, but he effortlessly grabs my wrist with his other hand. Ikuya, you... Yes, it was me. This time I will take you both. What the hell is happening? Yes, it will. Unfortunately, our game ends here. Our game ends here, game! No way, can you read my thoughts? I need to get him away from Ikuya. Keiichi has pinned down my arms, like still moving my legs. Fortunately, shoved my knee into his guts, causing him to pull back. Aim for the dick! Slowly then, I realized he's floating a few inches above me. I grab Keiichi by the arm and throw him as I throw open the window, shoving him out of the room. Quickly slam it shut before he could react. What the hell? I found new material is back inside my room, but he remains outside, frowning at me. He can appear or disappear as he likes. But it must only work for places with entry points. Suddenly he flies downward. It won't be long until he returns. I have to get him away from the house. I off the bed, silently head for the guest room. Barge without knocking and shake Ryoji awake. The kidnapper's here. Save and protect Ikuya while they lure him away. What? His sleepy face looks at me in confusion. Despite the urgency of my voice, he nods. Here goes the music. Taking an umbrella with me as a weapon, I head out. It is not like I want to kill Keiichi, but he has been very annoying right now. A good conk at the head might do him some good. I had not done any research on ways to stop a Shinigami, but I am sure he must have some kind of weakness. Oh, you're taking me on alone. I feel his breath in the back of my neck. I'm surprised to turn and swing my umbrella, and I hit nothing. Then it appears before me, smirking, as black smoke raises from his shadow. I'm him to dirty tricks, I decided to run into the street. She had powers like Zaiku. It's hardly a fair match. After a while, I turn my hand and realize that Keiichi is right behind me. When he reaches his arm for me, I think I've done for him. There's a big jump between us. causing Keiichi to pull back. It's the spirit I saw earlier. Not protectively performing growls like Keiichi. See, brought some company. Now that I'll help you. He raises an arm and a sight suddenly materializes in his hands. No! Without communication, the two start a fight. Keiichi's attacks are grand, but the spirit slips through them smooth like butter. I rip the spirit, but it seems to be defending itself well, or it cannot seem to land an attack on its own. For help, I work for an opening for the door, swinging my umbrella at Keiichi. Dodging moves away from either of us on his side. This one is not exactly fair. He's the one who uses Shinigami powers whenever he wants. You're always so amusing. This is a waste of time. Better off taking an easier road. Turns away and heads back into the direction of my house. And then heads after Ikuya. I bow politely to the spirit before rushing back home. That's the silent when I get back. I go upstairs to find Ikuya still asleep and Ryoji sitting on the floor beside her. Seems like Keiichi has not yet arrived. You're alright. Where did you go? Don't worry, I'm unharmed. I'm after the kidnapper, but he got away. Yes, you're taking two crazy actions. Why didn't you call me for help? I was gonna protect Ikuya. It's impressive her ability to sleep through all of this. It's so typical of her. I'll file a report at the office tomorrow. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you both safe. You see the kidnapper's face. Yep, he isn't anyone from the village. A blonde, tall guy with green eyes. He wears a white t-shirt and a black sweater vest. Ryoji mumbles the time mark and nods silently. Well, we're not dealing with... Never mind. Thank you, Ryoji. I think we should stay separate. The perpetrator knows where I live now, so he might return. Perhaps Ikuya could stay at the office for a while. Given that reason, you should come too. I have a better idea. Call out for guards around my place to set a trap. Next time, they'll surely catch him. Ryoji frowns and rubs his head. I hope you know what you're doing. With Chain out of commission, he has no enemies to keep him at bay. Ryoji, you should head back to sleep. I'll watch over Ikuya. By the way, before you go back to bed, make sure to keep the windows closed. Good night. Next day, I decided to check on Zaikun. I have no clue where Zaikun might be, but I think to check the temple first. The guards at the entrance of the forest, but I avoid them by taking a different path. I hope he's okay. Oh! Hi! I find Zaikun in the corner. He's on the same demonic form as last night. His clothes are torn from last night's battle with Chain, and I notice what blood still seeping through the fabric. His injuries must not have healed yet. He senses my presence and looks at me with fierce narrowed eyes, recoiling like a wounded beast. I freeze up at his glare, not daring to come closer. His expression softens when he realizes it's me. Oh, it's just you. Surprised at this form. That you were already aware of it. No, I wasn't sure. I was scared now. I shook my head, unable to look away. His captivating appearance renders me speechless. I think back to all the times I spent with him. I never imagined Zaikun would be like this. He matches my gaze, considering something. I so closely he suddenly raises his arm, a ball of light suddenly forming at its fingertip. He launches at me without another word. What? I hastily raise my eyes to show myself. However, the ball of light hits something and bursts into particles, just before it could reach me. What happened? So I was right. What do you mean? You're one of those blessed souls. He knows about this too. Blessed? I've been told my soul's cursed. Raise an eyebrow at my statement. Curse, you say? It's only a curse to demons because you're immune to their spells. Wait, I'm confused. What did you... Why are you here anyway? He must have told you that I'm dangerous. At night, Chain told me that Zaikun was the demon. But I just want to believe he is the same demon from the legends. You saved me. And my friend, too. You sent another spell at me, but this time I don't budge. I vanished into thin air once again. So now you're acting tough. However, your barrier doesn't work against physical attacks. Zykoon stands and walks toward me. I remain in my spot, lifting my chin to gaze directly at him as he approaches. With his height and appearance make him intimidating, but I do not back off. He reaches me but stops short, meeting my gaze. Have you changed your opinion of me yet? Your injuries will get worse if you keep pushing yourself. Worry about yourself, idiot. Zykoon lets out a sigh and pulls away from me, mumbling in his usual tone. I hate being stared at when I'm in this form. I'm sorry. You just look so intriguing. You're not as terrifying as I thought you'd be. I come to thank you for saving Iguya. She's doing fine now. I knew you wouldn't hurt people. You both carry the same air about you. I mean, she's blessed too. There are different types of blessings, but I don't know what they are. It seems like some sort of a shield. Most blessed ones can reflect spells, and can't be possessed by demons or spirits. Ironically, that makes them even more attractive to some species. Basically, forbidden apples. That's why they should stay away and not get involved with dangerous affairs. He crosses his arms and gives me a serious expression. I feel like a child being lectured. A few moments pass in silence, till he finally sighs and changes the topic. What are you going to do now that you know my identity? I'm going to spread the truth and change your reputation. If they know that you mean no harm, then the occultists will stop hunting for you. It's useless to try to change a mindset that's been the same for centuries. Even if they know the truth, there will always be a scapegoat. That's enough reason for them to hate me for all the misfortunes. It won't do much good either. In the end, you'll be the one who gets hurt, so just give up. I'm not giving up. Do you really think that telling them the truth will solve everything? Who will believe what they want to believe? The fact remains that I'm a demon living in the forest. There's no use convincing those who won't listen. I'll make them listen. What do you even know about me? I feel my chest ache as he directs his words at me. I guess we were the reason to understand you. Aren't you the hypocrite here? I keep giving you the benefit of the doubt, but you have a fixed view of me. For a moment his expression softens, as if he wants to say something to me, but quickly shakes his head. Don't trouble yourself over this, but I want to worry about this. We should show the villagers that you're not a bloodthirsty killer demon. One way to change their mind is to expel their doubts about you. Maybe if you work together with the investigators to catch the real culprits. I don't like them. I mean, fair enough. Silence falls between us, as Zykoon makes it clear he does not want to change his reputation, nor accept help. His words make sense, of course. It is difficult to change how people think. Have I been doing the impossible all this time? No, there must be a way. After all, stories do not always stay the same after being passed down countless times. He sits down near a futon. I follow him, take a seat next to him. Being this close to him, I can see his wounds clearly. The blisters on his clothes are so dark, they almost look like ink. It's already been days. Why don't you heal yourself? You did it to me once. It doesn't work on my own body. The bullets were enchanted, but I've removed them. It just takes a long time to heal. He raises his gaze and turns his face away. Oh, this is the first time he has been hurt this badly. I imagine he hasn't been involved with an intense conflict in a long time. This means that he's been sitting in a corner, trying to let it heal naturally, for who knows how long. He must be so lonely. Is I couldn't wear modern medicine, like pills, antiseptics and such, as he never bothered to look into it, because he never tries to step out of the village. How is that man doing? Oh, do you mean Shane? He died due to severe blood loss from his injuries. Although he was already covered in wounds before he fought you. I didn't mean to. Never mind. I think he was under the misconception that you took Iguya. Because of that, he wanted me dead. He was actually supernatural beings, so perhaps he suspected you as a demon. Do you? Of course not. Lycan looks at me and shakes his head while hiding a smile. He lets out a deep sigh and lifts his chin to stare up at the ceiling. You're right. I'm not the demon that they speak about in myths and stories. That'd be my grandmother. She grew greedy for power, leading other demons to turn against her. That's what caused all the bad rumors, too. Eventually, she ripped what she sowed. Balance found its way back, and all that was left was the forest. This place is my only memory of her, so I stayed to protect it. And with this collar, I'm chained to this place. It was her last gift. That's more like a curse than a gift. She locked away her freedom. I was given a purpose to live. I don't care about the rest. When I was younger, I thought of leaving, but gave up that idea. As these stories have been around for so long, does that mean you're as old as the forest? I'm just as old as I look. You could live centuries with that iron face. Pity you for being misjudged all this time. It's what I deserve for what my ancestor has done. You are you. Their actions do not decide your fate. Even if I change my path stays fixed. People are so fixated on your history. Well, we try to understand history so we can avoid repeating mistakes. But I'll admit that it doesn't always work. People stick to what they believe. You finally understand what I'm getting at. Right now I have nowhere else to go. I can only protect this forest. Zycon scratches his head. It takes some time to get used to, but this place isn't that bad. There are spirits living here, most of which can protect themselves from humans. Oh, look at them! Babies! Suddenly, small glowing bolts of light materialize in the air and start dancing around me. Shaped like marshmallows. There are characters written on them, boy and girl. If you could see them, they have decided to open up to you. Oh my, I can't believe the spirits look this cute. I watch them float in the air. They seem fun to play around with. I notice Zycon watching me with an amused smile. The first time I've seen an expression like that, I can't help but blush. Most of them live in the forest, but there are a few wandering in the village as well. Some have harmful intentions, though, so it's best not to trust any of them. Spirits and humans are not supposed to get along anyway. But they attack humans. My job is to protect them from others, not the other way around. Wow, this is a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. I know, fantastic point of view! Hell yeah! Oh, fuck. I've always been scared of things I can't touch, but you showed me a different side of them. Heh. Anyway, I think I figured out why so many people get possessed. There should be a guardian in the village who keeps corrupt spirits in check, but he disappeared a long time ago. I don't know what happened to him. I know numerous priests. The guardian I'm talking about is not human. He originally lived in the temple, long before I got here. I wasn't really familiar with him, but I know that he purifies spirits. If he had been here, I wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. Is the guardian of the forest like him? Oh, is the guardian a demon like him, or something else? Keiichi is the only other supernatural being I know, but he definitely isn't a guardian. We continue talking until night falls. Lycan shares more about himself, like how he wants to treat demons and villagers as equals, yet distances himself from the latter. And if he did engage with the villagers, he was only to tell them off. Sounds familiar. He also said that he never met someone as persistent as I am, since I was the only one who stuck around to spread his warnings. By the way, how did you get past the investigators at the entrance? I took a detour, using off-limit roads. You really are asking for trouble. Well, the worst that can happen is me getting lost, but I have a map. Your people must be slacking off for missing a trespassing little girl. In that case, it might be safe to head out. Where are you going? I'm no concern. Might as well head home. Your reply is... Oh, wait. I'll wait here for you. I'll try to make it quick. Do not move from your spot. I'm going to move from my spot. I'm in my place as he walks out of the temple. No idea where he's going, but I trust that he won't come back. To keep myself busy, I put the futon away and inspect the room. It was so dusty. Not surprising for a caveman. For a short while, I hear voices nearby. I thought it was just my imagination, but out of caution, I moved toward the edges to strain my ear to listen. I haven't searched around this area yet. This voice is so big. There's no intermission. What the... Is that a building? I hear the man shouting to his comrades to come. Investigators continuing at night. What are they even doing in this area? Many here would raise too many questions. I need to get out before they find me. Somehow I managed to find a back door and escape to the forest. I need to warn Zaikun not to return for now. Which direction did he go? How do I find him now? Suddenly a puppet spirit popped in front of me. Speaking of timing, I need to where Zaikun is before heading back to the temple. Just keep going straight. You won't miss him. Thank you very much. Further I walk, even the more mist gathers in my surroundings. For a moment I hesitate to go, but I notice a hot spring ahead. With curiosity I take closer and see someone there. That's Zaikun. My gaze immediately locked to his body. But his wounds have already stopped bleeding. I can't take my eyes away from the large scars across his back. In that way, he looks almost vulnerable. My cheeks grow hotter. Zaikun notices my stare and calls out to me. She decided to join after all. No. Can I wash my hair instead? Zaire, for saving me, I might as well repay the favor. I was having speechlessly with the justice to come. I watched him nervously, not knowing where to look. I felt my heart beat faster. Even though I offered, I was not prepared for this. I kneel by the edge of the spring as Zaikun waits closer to me. Having never looked at him up close, I did not realize how handsome he is. Why was really okay to approach him like this? I reach out for his hands. I reach out and take his hair in my hand. I use my fingers to comb through it, occasionally scooping water to rinse it. When I accidentally touch his skin, he moves away. Sorry, does it hurt? No, I just don't like being approached from behind. As we tough with the scars, it never ends well. They are wounds that can't fully heal. After all, I'm not immortal. Most were left by demons, others humans. Zaikun averts his gaze and comes back to me. Suddenly, I pat his head and an attempt to comfort him. Often close enough. He feels more relaxed now. I comb his hair away from his shoulder. He's actually brush over his scars. Starting to stay put. I thought no human has ever caught sight of him. What happened to them? I don't think any of them took me for a demon. But I had no choice but to drive them away. They may have answered somewhere. Do you hate me for that? No. My grandma used to make sure humans didn't survive when they stumbled into the forest. I'm still not convinced. In my realm, death is common. But I thought humans were more valuable in life. Why do you keep walking down this path? Well, you can't judge the ones who do. They always have a reason. If you're trying to chase me away, you can stop. You know, my impression of you hasn't changed since we first met. You saved me time and time again, even though you weren't fond of me. Your heart is good. I know from those memories that you aren't a bloodthirsty demon everyone talks about. He remains quiet as I continue to twist his hair. I don't really show it, but I think he does care about what the villagers think. If only they knew about his true nature. For that reason I avoid people. I feel more comfortable being near the forest anyway, and I can keep a close eye on the spirits. I just want to live in peace and stay out of the affairs going on out there. If they would only leave me alone. His last words became a whisper. I cannot see his expression. His voice sounds so sad. I wonder if that is really what he wants. If he did not care about his reputation, he would not bring all this up. I chose to scar their fingers. They did not look like stab wounds. I to let his guard down and had taken such clear hits. As for my thoughts, I almost did not hear Zykun's next words. Thank you. Hehe. The corners of my mouth curl up at hearing this. If you'll excuse me, I'm getting out. Right. In a way, as he steps out. Getting dressed, I notice all his visible wounds have healed. He started his long hair and offered to braid it. I stand behind him as he sits on a rock. My fingers comb through the fine strands. I wonder if all demons have such beautiful features. It's a full moon. This place turns into a healing spring. If you bathe together with a demon or another powerful species, you can heal even humans from minor injuries. God, I missed such a golden opportunity. Next time, maybe. At night, Zykum brings me home, saying the streets were dangerous and that he wanted to assure my safety. Thank you for visiting me today. Oh my! It's the first time he thanked me so openly. I'm speechless. Although you shouldn't come too often. With that many people investigating the forest, you might get caught. Stay home. I'll visit you instead if necessary. My eyes widened at his words. Did I hear that right? Most spirits are active at night, so don't do stupid things. Like the night you ran into the forest. I can't help if evil things like those possessed people are attracted to me. If you need my help, just call me by sending these spirits. I have bodies! I have bodies! He opens his clenched fist to reveal two spirits from before, hovering over it. They float toward me before disappearing into thin air. They're invisible, but they will be guarding you. I love it. Best gift ever. I can't believe you're doing this much for me. Thank you, Zykun. It's nothing. By the way, don't return to the temple immediately. I had some investigators exploring there earlier. I'll keep that in mind. He turns away and dashes off into the dark streets. The weekend passes by peacefully. I reach to school with one thing on my mind. Keiichi. Once I find you, I will... I assume the chances of bumping into him again are small. Must be aware that I'm not in a good mood. Making my way to the elite class area anyway in hopes that I might get a hint on how to find him. Hi! On the way, I accidentally bump into a girl heading in the same direction. Judging by her unusual uniform, she must be an elite student. I have never seen this person before, but she looks cute. I apologize quickly and continue to run. I notice the teacher going for a lunch break. And my luck is on my side. I find Keiichi sitting in the classroom surrounded by a few other students and no teacher. You're not permitted to be here. In response, I... Drag me out, bitch. Fuck you! I glance at him and walk in, ignoring his words. Grabbing his arm, I pull him up and drag him out with me forcefully. Hey, where are we going? We can't make a scene in front of these people. Should've got Gus to show up to school after what happened last week. I'm an honor student. Like those slackers I always attend. Don't think I'll easily forgive you for trying to hurt my friend twice. I put him against the wall and looked down at him with a devilish expression. What should I do with a naughty little boy? Aware that he is defenseless, he can only force an innocent smile. Beating up a student won't improve your reputation. I knocked out a few first years before. What do I have to lose anyway? We're out of school. I'm aware of that, but that's how your teacher going on a lunch break. He won't be back for a while. It might be better. I could report you right to the police. There'll be more witnesses that day. I have a piece of information that might be interesting to you. Shall we make truce? Fucking Keiichi! He doesn't look directly at me. I can tell it's not a lie. He says in relief after losing my grip. Crossing my arms, I wait for what he has to say. Right. You're not the people who keep going missing the past few days. I was at your place on Friday, and everything that happened that night was not my doing. Wait, what happened on Friday? I feel like I'm missing something. I guess I'm gonna listen to you. That forest demon was there. It would have been troublesome if he saw me. I believe he's referring to Zygon. Zaikun was watching us that night, even when he was wounded. I stared at him for a while. He does not break a sweat. He must be telling the truth. Keiichi lowers his voice. Someone or something is taking people's souls, and the bodies left behind become living corpses. In other words, they turn into zombies. How is it even possible? There must be a way to put the soul back, right? Don't look at me, I'm not a necromancer. Even if the souls return, when the heart is in no condition to beat again, it will remain dead. Dang, how are we supposed to catch such a twisted person? By the way, how many souls have you collected? How many do you have left to collect? I took 2 souls. So I've still got the soul... Oh, and I still have to get the souls of you and your friend. Many were taken and turned into evil spirits. Once those souls are corrupted, it becomes harder for me to take them. Here, change them back. I have only one job, which is collecting cursed souls. I don't have powers for anything else, which means there's a third party involved. Refer to those souls as cursed. Why? You haven't told me how cursed souls differ from normal ones. Because, is it something you should have? Is it something you should have? It goes against order. Demons are attracted to you. Only a Shinigami can purify your soul, and you can live normally in your next life. Most of the cursed ones would willingly give up their current life because they couldn't tolerate demons that bothered them. There are some advantages to having this curse, like the inability of getting possessed, but I can't think of why anyone would want to stay cursed. I think it's more of a blessing rather than a curse, not being tainted. So far, you're the only supernatural being that's attracted to me. Keiichi rolls his eyes and lets out a sigh. Anyway, just know that there are more deaths than I have taken lives. It really wasn't your doing. That's what I've been saying the whole time. Why would I take an extra 100 souls for no reason? If it's so, you're so guilty. I won't let you get Ikuya and me. Guess I'm gonna listen to you. The disapproving expression at Pitch's cheeks. Showing against my grip, he tries to escape, but his efforts are useless. I'll spill your identity if you don't stop the kidnapping. Anyone will believe you. You never know what people will believe. Finally, let him go and glare at him once again. You have to shake it, turns away. You'll regret this. Leave the area and head to my own classroom. Today we're getting our exam results back. There's nothing to worry about. I know I'll pass like I always do. How much did you score? At least a 94% mark. Any studying would help. Lucy looks away, flustered. Fuck yeah. I grab a score sheet and take a look. 72! I win! 72% isn't bad, though. So, where's your maid costume? I should have an advantage. I must have cheated. I studied hard for this. Besides, you agreed to our bet. I take out a plastic bag from my backpack and head to Ryoji. He looks confused at first, but then takes it. He gulps and admits his loss. I cannot wait to see him walking through school with that outfit. Ryoji leaves the change. Ikuya taps on his shoulder and whispers. What were you two exchanging? I had about Ryoji, about who would score the highest. His thing is wearing a maid costume at school. Oh my goodness, that's a sweet reward. Or chatting, the door of the classroom slowly slides open. Why did I get an achievement? Oh god! I'm gonna die. No, just stood there, seemingly nonchalant. I nudged him to come closer so we could get a better look at him. You look better in this than I thought. I'm glad I guessed the right size. Who would even buy this? Ikuya, stop touching there. I'm trying to smoothing out the pantyhose. At least work correctly. You look so fabulous. Now act like a maid. That was not part of the deal. At least have fun with the once-in-a-lifetime chance. Yoshi lets out a deep sigh and bows before me. Fuck. We have a lot of laughs and giggles before class starts. I explained to Mr. Blanchett about the outfit, and he allowed it as a one-time exception for breaking the dress code. Class passes by quietly, and it occurs to me that it's almost the holidays. I'm not really looking forward to them. My friends are going on a trip, and I'll not be able to see them as often. I know my best to pay attention during math, but my focus shifts to two classmates whispering to each other. I started exorcist training this week. I'm gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna expel evil spirits, and maybe even the forest demon. After we drive them all away, the disappearances will finally stop. We can live in peace. Sounds like a waste of time. I'm serious. The demon is the cause of all this chaos. There will be a ceremony at the shrine on Saturday. You should join me. Together we will expel that demon. It's too unrealistic for students to do. Exorcisms are not in my league anyway. Even if you're not going to join as a trainee, you gotta come to watch me. You'll experience something awesome. Normally people won't get this chance. You're lucky that we're friends. Fine. I have nothing on my schedule anyway. This is bad. Zyklon hasn't done anything wrong, but everyone thinks that he's evil. I have to tell him what they're planning. A few days later. And with that, I'm going to end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you later.